as most of us have now watched the new Prey movie, I thought it would be a good time to do a reading recommendation for those who haven't dived into the graphic novels or the books that are related to the Predator franchise. To start off with, I'd like to talk about the graphic novels. The first one that we're going to be talking about is Predator Hunters. Now, this is a series that focuses on people who have encountered predators previously, and they basically want to get revenge. So they build up this kind of black ops. They build up this black ops team to be more proactive and start hunting the predators themselves. Now, I wouldn't say this was the best story. The one that will be quite easy to get is the new one that is getting released by Marvel, and it is a Predator Omnibus. Now, this will be a collection of stories that were originally printed when the first movie came out, and it deals with like a prototype story for Predator 2, where it was supposed to be Dutch's brother as opposed to Danny Glover's character taking him on. So there are subtle differences between these two stories. This is a collection, so it's a bit more on the hefty price, whereas next up is something that I have kind of dabbled with. I have read the original Alien vs Predator Prey book, and this is a graphic novel that basically collects the first 3 stories, which are adaptations of those books. Now, as I've said, I have read this, and it is probably my favourite book because it deals with the Yautja tribe coming onto this planet to hunt for the first time. So it's got a lot of the young bloods kind of doing their initiation tasks, and aliens get involved, and there's chaos, and even the human protagonist in this is actually really, really interesting. For those who have read this before, you know, but yeah, the story is absolutely amazing. I was hooked when reading this. It is such a great story. The next one, I might get a little bit of heat from the Predator fans on this one. It is the Predator prequel book. Now, a lot of people didn't like the Predator. I will stand by this till I die, but I like all the Predator movies. I don't think we've had a bad one. Was the most recent one, bar Prey, that good? Well, it wasn't a great movie, but it's still enjoyable. But this book, I prefer it. I think it's a lot better than the movie was. It deals with Project Stargazer capturing their first predator and having their first encounter, and it's mental. It's absolutely mental. They have a black ops team that goes after the predator after it escapes, and it's awesome. It's riveting, it keeps you on the edge of the seat, and it's truly, truly awesome. I wish that they actually adapted this book instead of the Shane Black movie we got, because it was amazing. A lot of the Predator franchise decided to try and capture the original movie, which you can't do. And whilst there are elements in this book of that, it's not necessarily the same thing. It's very much its own thing. The last one I'm going to talk about is the new Marvel series, which is simply called Predator. Unfortunately, it's not in graphic novel format at the moment, but you can buy the first issue. That is available digitally and physically in local comic stores. I haven't had a chance to read it, so I can't tell you how good it is. But yeah, it's a new series, so it's a good way to start, and then we can carry on reading the comics from there.